Thank you, Eleanor. I want to thank the Alaska Women's Hall of Fame for including me in this year's recognition. Just to be included with the wonderful women recognized this year is an honor. And when you consider all the women already part of the Hall of Fame, it's really quite humbling. So thank you again for including me, and to Sharon Richards for nominating me. So I was asked to tell you a little bit about myself and things that are important to me. Business gurus sometimes develop phrases to keep in mind when trying to get ahead in business. A popular one recently is start small, think big, move fast. And in some respects, that describes my business career. When I lived in Fairbanks in the mid-70s, I began by buying antique quilts from women in the Midwest and selling them out of my house through Tradio, which was a Bill Wally program on radio in Fairbanks and at quilt shows around town. It was a very humble start. In '77, we moved to Anchorage, and in 1979, my sister Jana and I decided to sell country-style decorations at Christmas bazaars. After that, we decided we could manage a store between the two of us, and we opened a store called Country Classics in 1980. Our landlord decided to make a more productive use of the land that our store was on, and here's where the move fast comes in. We expanded into a space in a couple of months just east of the Midtown Fred Meyers. After seeing English toy stores in the early 80s, we decided to open a quality toy store and opened Classic Toys in 1985. We carried books, and that led us to open Once Upon a Time, which was the first children's bookstore in Alaska. We opened that in 1987. We knew that elementary schools were doing book fairs as fundraisers, and we felt that we could do it better than their current supplier. And so we opened a wholesale company called Alaska Bookfair Company in 1988 so that we could do school book fairs and bid on school district contracts. When we learned that Barnes & Noble was opening in the old Long's drugstore building a half a block away, we were moving fast. We closed Once Upon a Time very quickly and opened Flypaper, a card and gift store. I decided that Anchorage needed a better choice of women's plus-size clothing. And so in 1991, I opened Classic Woman across the street from Classic Toys. Once that was established, I expanded my clientele by opening Portfolio, a Missy-size women's store in the space right next door. Watching for opportunities, changing as the market changes, taking chances with a new idea. These are the risks an entrepreneur takes. A good entrepreneur works hard to pencil out the cost of the risk, attempts to reduce risk through knowledge and judgment, and then just moves forward. Being in business has been good for me, as it provided a challenge and daily measurable results, but also control over my life to raise my family, to participate in the community, and to do what I could do to leave this world better than I came into it. Women in business can not only bring in good income, but they have the ability to control and power over their lives, which are good things to obtain. Moreover, women tend to be more careful in their risk-taking than men, which has predictable benefits. Women are cooperative and have social skills which are useful to effective learning in a business environment. Business career has also provided me the freedom and resources to be engaged in trying to do good for others and in philanthropy. I want to make this clear. You needn't be wealthy to be a philanthropist. It's a very simple rule. Everyone has the ability to help others. And while the part we play may seem really, really small, in fact, everything adds up. And to the person or organization in need, what may seem like a very small thing can be like water on a drought-stricken garden. One of my favorite quotes is from Winston Churchill, and it's this: "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." Charity does begin at home, but should not end there. And I see so many people in this audience, men and women, who live by these same beliefs. And I encourage you to challenge yourselves to do even more than you're now doing to better our state of Alaska that we all love so much and the lives of its people. Now, coming this close to the Oscars, it's hard not to want to make clear that no one is an island or is in fact self-made. People's achievements in family and community service and business and profession are a product of many hands and many hearts. And I want to give my heartfelt thanks to my family, my employees, some of whom are here, and friends who have helped me to do those things that made you think and make the Alaska Women's Hall of Fame think that I should stand here today. I'm very grateful. I would also like to introduce my family here tonight, but I'm going to take a drink of water first. My husband of 47 years, Peter, who recently spent 7 years as a Superior Court judge and is now retired. My sons Matthew and Nathan, both attorneys here in Anchorage. My daughter-in-law, Diane, who works for the Anchorage Police Department. I'm so very proud of them, so very proud. I'm not sure if... Stand up, Nate. Great. I'm not sure if Katie got here, but we had a niece move here 2 years ago. She's a veterinarian in town, Dr. Katie Coyne, and a very good veterinarian, and she might be there towards the back. And then finally, my partner in business in being a serial entrepreneur, my sister Jana, who... She's young and she's not yet old enough to be part of the Women's Hall of Fame, so yay, Jana. Thank you so much. Thank you.